Hello and welcome to Premier Perspective. Today we are doing a Premier League Champions League update. We're just going to be doing a quick little roundup about the three Premier League teams that are still in the Champions League and who they got drawn against today. So, doing a quick little video on this. First, we have Liverpool versus Red Bull Leipzig. Their two games will be taking place on February 16th and March 10th. Liverpool won their group, didn't really seem to have too much of an issue, while Leipzig finished second in their group.
They played really well in that group, though. They had a really tough one. It was a tough battle against PSG United, and even Istanbul. Could kick it every once in a while, but they played really well, and I think this will be a great game, especially considering that Liverpool we saw against Atletico last year, can lose to teams that play really well against them.
Yeah, 100%. I think that even though I think Liverpool will be able to progress, I think Leipzig could put a fight. They've played well against PSG. They played well against Manchester United. So it'll be interesting. And there's actually no previous matchups between these two teams. Leipzig is a fairly new squad. So they've actually never played against Liverpool before. So I think that's another interesting fact that there's no previous matchups to base off of, but you never know what could
Yeah.
happen. It can go either direction. And in terms of our second match that we're going to be looking a close eye at is Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid,
That'll be a
which
great one.
looking at the games, I think that this was probably one of the most interesting ones. Chelsea won their group, played really well in their Champions League campaign. Atletico, not so much, but they're always capable of putting together a good performance, as we saw last season versus Liverpool. The last time that they met was in the 2017 UCL group stage. Chelsea won one of those games and then they tied the other. I could see this going either way. I'm favoring towards Chelsea,
Me
but I
too.
think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I'm definitely favoring looking towards Chelsea to go through too, but it'll be tough. That's probably one of the best uh round of 16 matchups because like both of these teams, scrappy teams, at times when they need a goal, either team can get a goal when they absolutely need one. Even though Atletico came second in their group, they've played really well so far, and Chelsea, even though they're kind of rebuilding, they've been they've been playing really well even in the Prem. So that'll be an exciting one.
Yeah, definitely will be an exciting game. I really do think it could go either way. But this will be the big Frank Lampard test. Last
Yeah, for sure.
season, you wouldn't really count Champions League, considering they're playing Bayern and the squad wasn't the squad that he wanted. So this is his test, and if he's not able to pass Atletico, there's going to be definitely a lot of questions asked. But yeah, as we look at our third game and our last game from the English clubs, we have Manchester City versus Gladbach. And this is the funny one because as I was looking on Twitter these last couple of days, everyone always says how Man City gets an easy draw and that they're probably going to get Gladbach. But I actually think Gladbach is a difficult opponent for City.
I agree
And,
with that.
and
I think
that's
it's probably one of the
because
worst ones.
they're a super fast paced team and has played well against big teams. They played well against Real Madrid in the one game that they tied. I know they lost the second one. They had two huge victories against Shakhtar, who was good during their Champions League campaign. City had a pretty easy group with only Porto being the true fight there. That was their one tie,
Yeah.
and I feel like City has troubles in Europe as we've seen, and I think Mönchengladbach will definitely give them a battle. I think City will be able to progress, but it will definitely be a difficult game for them.
Yeah, this one will be tough, especially with Plie up top for Mönchengladbach. They're gonna be kind of not struggling, but they're gonna need to be clinical here, because Gladbach sometimes they can look a little shaky defensively, and that is their downfall. But they can score goals out of almost nothing, and that's the scary part about it. Any team playing against them, we saw that in the group stage, when they played Shakhtar and Madrid. So we saw it there. City don't really take their chances especially this season. That's been, why they're not, doing so hot. They had an easy group in the yeah, for the group stage. They had a really
Mhm.
easy group, even though they won it comfortably. It's still like
They
this one
never
could be even.
looked. They never
Yeah,
looked amazing though.
exactly. And that's what once they start playing these teams that are going to come out firing at them, and that can score goals, and that are going to take advantage of their missed opportunities on the other end. That's what City need to worry about.
Yeah, 100%. And I think for City that this is a now or never situation. Uh, it's either they get this Champions League this year, or who knows if they'll ever be able to get it. The last time that these two teams met was in the 2017 UCL group stage. It was a Pep managed team, but not the same compared to how they are now. One Man City win and one draw. I think that this game can go either direction. It's over two legs, so I think that's more helpful towards City. But I think that City will be able to progress, even though it will be difficult. I think all three England teams should pass to the next round. Now, will they is a different question.
Totally agree. They're, rough opponents, especially when you get to this point in the Champions League. Good managers, really talented players. They had to get here somehow. So it'll be rough, but they should be able to, looking at the way it is and past experiences with these matchups, they should all be able to go through.
Yeah, 100%. What I will say is that I for these games they will be difficult for all the teams that are playing. I think that they should be able to pass though. And in terms of Champions League coverage on this channel, we just want to do something small right now for the English clubs. But in February, once all the games are going to be played, we're definitely going to go more in depth with coverage of the games, who's playing well, who's not, who wins the game, et cetera, et cetera. And in terms of what we're doing in the near future, we're going to have another video out for you guys on, I believe, is going to be Wednesday night or Thursday morning on the our reaction to Liverpool versus Tottenham, which is going to be a great game. Once again, like I always say at the end of every video, I want to say thank you to anyone who's shown support. We're definitely growing as a channel, and we're progressing in what we're doing, and we're looking forward to everything that we're going to do in the future. So once again, if you're watching right now, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you guys. We really appreciate it.